Okay, next question.
What can you do as president with the woke agenda that goes on, the indoctrination of our children in public schools, in our universities? That's the reason why a lot of us are involved and engaged in here. That's passion and heartbeat. You see so much fire from school boards, and this isn't a gotcha question.
No, it's definitely, it's a good question.
Because we're trying to figure it out too.
So I'll give you one. I mean, there's a lot, there's a lot I'm going to do as president. I'll just give you two examples out of the gate. One is, and do me a favor, just as I told you on CBDCs, make sure every Republican candidate lines up their act and is publicly on record saying the same thing I'm saying here, okay? End affirmative action in every sphere of American life. We are done with it. We're done. That's actually a root cause for a lot of this woke ideology. It's upstream, but and you know what? Your question was precise. What can you do as U.S. president? I will tell you what I can do as U.S. president. I will tell you what I will do as U.S. president on day one. There's an executive order. You know it. 11246, Lyndon Johnson B. era. Lyndon B. Johnson era executive order that mandates the federal government, that by federal government mandates private companies that do business with the federal government to adopt race-based quotas in their hiring as a condition for doing business with the federal government. That encompasses 20% or more of the U.S. workforce. Every Republican president since then, with the stroke of a pen, could have crossed it out. I have had personal conversations with the policy folks on the Trump team, pressing them on why this did not, could not, or still cannot have happened. And the answer is fear of political backlash. Okay, that is not the political hill we want to die on. That's a direct quote, okay? I am willing to die on that political hill. That's the bottom line. And I think that majority of this country is ready for restoring merit around it. So that's the first thing. The second thing is enforcing and I see that, and I love that sign, gender ideology, and that is what I think that is the right way to say it, does not belong in schools. Thank you for being as crystal clear about that as you can be. I love that. This relates to my second point. Okay, it's a religion. It's a religion in a legal sense. So a lot of people don't think about the existing civil rights laws. One of the features of my candidacy is that I'm bringing the spirit of the civil rights revolution, of Martin Luther King in the Civil Rights Revolution, into the year 2023. We're going to apply those civil rights evenly across the board. What does that mean? Well, let's just take a look at this. I told you one thing I want to do. I want to make political expression a civil right. Well, let me just tell you the existing civil rights laws. There's a prohibition on discrimination on the basis of religion. That means two things. That means not only can you not discriminate against an employee for his religion, it means that you also cannot force, as a large employer or a school or anything else, an employee to bow down to your religion. They had in mind a cross. But it turns out, you read the Supreme Court's test for what counts as a religion, the modern woke ideology and gender ideology meet the Supreme Court's test to a T. That makes most of the existing DEI agendas a civil rights violation in America under existing laws. I will direct the Department of Justice to enforce those civil rights laws even-handedly. You cannot have it both ways. That is going to be the civil rights revolution of 2024. Thank you.
Crop TV.